everybody. Today we are at Harrisville Lake and we're going to do the Harrisville Pond Loop, and we should be going near the abandoned towns. There's not much left of Martha and Harrisville. The route is about 4.5 miles long and it should be pretty easy. I've never done this trail walking. I have kayaked along the Oswego River and come out at this lake behind me, but I've never actually walked the loop, so let's see what we see. So when you park at the lake and you are facing the lake, the trail starts to your left and it should loop around the lake. Bear's ready to go. He's not waiting for me. We're going to follow this blue trail, and it is on all trails. Still got some fall colors. We're walking alongside the lake. It's a little squishy. I didn't wear my hiking boots. I only wore my sneakers, so hoping it's not too bad. It is very pretty to start. So far so good. I really like this trail. I don't know if I could get Bear to stopping every 5 seconds. This is a really beautiful trail. Alright, we're hiking right along Route 5, or no, 679. I can see the cars going by, so you wouldn't get too lost out here in this part. The pink is the Batona Trail, and I guess this follows the Batona Trail for a little bit. So we're gonna come down here. There, we gotta go this way. Come on. Cross the little bridge. Let's see. It says end of the trail here. Let me check my all trails. Alright, so this is why you need your phone. So we're going to follow the Batona for a little bit. So after you come across that little bridge, you're going to go to the right. There, we want to go this way. So every now and again on the Batona Trail, you'll come across mile markers to let you know where you are on the trail. This means there's 8.5 miles to the end. We're heading towards the start of the Batona Trail. It's about 52 miles long, I believe. So we're at the 8.5 mile mark. A few more oaks in this section and less blueberries. So today is kind of a little misty, kind of definitely overcast. And I just wanted to share a tip with especially young or novice photographers who say, it's cloudy. I don't want to get out. I don't want to get out and film. It's too cloudy. It's kind of gray. It's not going to look great. Well, those are the times when the colors really pop. When you have bright sun, you get harsh shadows, harsh light. Look at this tree and how pretty it is. If that was bright sun, you would not be able to see that. And all these blueberries, we're starting to lose a lot of the. We're losing a lot of the. We're starting to lose a lot of leaves because we're coming. This is first week in November, so a lot of leaves have dropped, but you can still see it's really vibrant. All the moss on the ground. If it was bright and sunny, it just would not look like that. You can do some really cool macros with some of this moss. I don't have my macro with me today. All right, came to this crossroads. I'm going to keep following the Batona. Water crossings, although thank goodness there's room to get around them. And then there's this fork in the road. We're gonna stay to the pink. Again, look at the vibrance of the blueberries. So you can see how wide this trail is, even though it's part of the Batona Trail. It's also the road to Martha, so this was used as a travel path, probably stagecoach road to get to the town of Martha. There were many, many towns throughout the Barrens that are now no longer, and Martha was quite a large one. So we have a nice straight trail here that looks like a road because it once was. So Martha Furnace was a town that had an iron furnace, and they had a hospital and a grist mill and a school and about 50 houses. There was an ironmaster's house. So it was a pretty good sized town. It became abandoned once the ironworks shut down. And there isn't really much left. We'll see if we can see anything. I haven't been back here. So I think there might be some foundational ruins, but not much more than that. So we just came from this way. There's that little tiny bridge, but Bear went to get near it and he went like right in up to his chest. So we had to do a little bushwhacking around this way, and we're able to come out the other side. Oh, I think I just heard a wood duck. Oops. Got this stand of dead cedar trees, ghost trees. I try and take a shot here. It's a beautiful swampy area here. We're very close to the Oswego River as I see the bridge coming up. Weight limit 7 tons. I don't think too many vehicles come down here. Not these days. Near the water. I don't think this bridge would hold 7 tons today. Look a little sketchy. Feels sturdy enough for people, but I would not trust a vehicle over this. I even see a little waterfall over there. It's a Pine Barrens waterfall. So this clearing, we're just going a little off trail here. I believe this may have been where the town was. That tree probably would have been a beautiful tree if I had gotten here before all the leaves came off. This little beach here. This is the Oswego River. This also looks like it was probably part of the town. And there's fencing, which probably was meant to protect some of the ruins, but I don't think there's anything left. And as you can see, it's pretty open. A lot of times you can tell where the old towns were because the trees are much larger because it was open to the sunlight. And sometimes you'll find also trees that don't normally grow, like non-native species or species you wouldn't expect to be in this area. I'll look and see if we can find anything in here. In the spring, sometimes you'll find flowers that aren't normally there. A lot of these ferns. Not sure what kind they are. There's some foundational pieces. see. That's about all that is left of what once was a big Barrens town. And we have the tree with the whole cut of it. Oh, I see we have some sunglasses. And a wasp. Alright, so after that tree with the hole cut in it, we come to a crossroads and we're going to go right. And that should take us back to Harrisville Lake. Still on the Batona. And actually we're gonna go, this is another fork that goes, that's the Batona Trail going towards Bass River, and we are going to go this way and follow the signs to Bodine Campground, which is 2 miles. We don't have to go all that far. So it's so wide open here, and then you just turn and all of a sudden you start to see all the wild blueberries. It's like just a line. Again, if it was sunny, you would not be seeing color like this. So it looks like you take this little detour, might go down towards the lake. Let's see. No, going this way, Bear. It's like another little beachy area. Oh, I think I've been here before. Time change is killer. We just had to set the clocks back the other day, and now it's only 2 p.m., but it is so dark. I know it's overcast, but it feels like it's much later. Spooky. So originally I was going to show you Harrisville as well, because they're right next to each other. But I think I'm going to make that a short, separate video. There are more ruins of Harrisville than there are of Martha. So it might be neat to look closer at Harrisville. It isn't really a hiking trail, but there are some cool ruins associated with that. So as we're walking back to the parking lot, we're walking next to a ditch. Looks like a ditch, but I believe it was the one of the old waterways that ran to Harrisville. Probably from the Oswego River. There are a lot of small waterways that powered these factories. So Harrisville was a paper mill first. You can see all these ditches here. Bear's trying to go into them. So Harrisville was a paper mill first in the 1700s, mid-1700s, and then was sold and became a paper mill. And then it burned down in 1914, and all that's left are some foundations, some shallows where you can see where there were houses, and the the paper mill has some of its stack left, but it's pretty crumbling. So we'll explore that at a later time. So you can see right across the street is coming up on 679, and right across the street is where the town of Harrisville would have been, where the servants, where the workers' cottages were. So we are back. Overall, I really like the trail, except for walking back on the busy road, which at this time of day is quite busy, and Bear loves to try to chase cars. But it was very pretty, and it would be a great trail for trail running because it's nice and flat and mostly packed hard sand. Great for hiking, very pretty views of the lake, and surrounding there's cedar swamps, and overall definitely a good trail.